prize. Your boy Prince Q just touched the sky.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Terricia Foster. She is a graphic designer, local graphic designer here in Tulsa, and she also helped to design the logo for Carefree Queer. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Happy Pride Month, and I wanted to get Terricia on the page and talk about our ideas, about the logo, how we came up with the logo, and the creativity that went into it. But first, let's talk about who you are, what you do. Let's talk about your projects that you have coming up, things like that.
Yes, okay. So I am Terricia Foster, as he mentioned, a local Tulsa graphic designer. I pretty much went to school for graphic design. I do freelance. I have kind of like an art freelance called T Designs Creatively. That's kind of just been taken off since probably the beginning of this year in January. I've done pop-up shops around town. I've done a few freelance logos, i.e. yours, and a few other of my friends. So yeah, I've just kind of been around town, done Blackwood, and yeah, I have a few pop-up shops coming up. I have a art festival as well. So June 15th, Ebony, we'll be doing an art festival that I'll be a part of. And then June 26th, I think, will be another West Elm pop-up that I actually did back in February. So they called me back again to do another one. So yeah, I've just been having things going.
Well, congrats on all your projects. So basically, the first logo design for Carefree Queer, as you guys see, is the eye and the cactuses above the eye, as well as the eyelashes with the colors above it. And I chose it because it reminded me of, well, it's a Kojo Baden, which is a Indigna symbol in West Africa, and it means universe. And so when it comes to like the LGBTQ community, I wanted a logo that represented like something that was like encompassing everything. Whether it be masculine and feminine energy coming together, whether it be communities coming together, and just like the all-seeing eye seeing every aspect of the LGBTQ community. And that's kind of what where my inspiration came from for that. And so with the ideas that I put forth, as well as the cactus idea, that symbolizes the Midwest. But with the ideas I put forth, how do you approach when somebody when you design a logo with somebody, like what is your first approach? Do you have something in mind that you maybe go to for inspiration? Like how do you begin that process? And how did you begin the process with Carefree Queer?
That's a good question. I mean, I think it varies across the board, right? Some people give you more intellectual freedom or art freedom, and then others have inspiration. Kind of like with you kind of knew what you wanted, which if I'm being honest, I love when my customers know what they want, because it makes it easier for me to kind of give them the final product versus them saying, actually, I really don't know what I want, just come up with something, because then it creates a lot of back and forth, right?
Yeah.
But coming with a design process or maybe an idea really helps me execute what you in the end goal, what you want, right? So my approach with your specific logo was really based off of what you gave me. You gave me the tools, you gave me what you wanted, you gave me exactly what you wanted it to look like. You already kind of even had a sketched out idea on some things. And so honestly, it made my process really simple. There wasn't a lot of sketching involved. It was pretty much going right to the final product. And there were tweaks here and there that we did back and forth, but honestly, just getting right into it was kind of my process.
Okay. And also, what is your experience in the LGBT community? I know that you are, you're not obviously in the LGBT community, but you have friends and family that are. So tell me about your thoughts about, LGBTQ progress in Tulsa. What do you think about what's going on with the different movements going on here in Tulsa, and just the advocacy that you see happening in the city?
Yeah, I definitely think the the community.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the whole thing.
No, you're
It's
good.
the switch of the
Yeah.
words.
No, you're
I
right.
definitely think the community is definitely being put on the map more. I would say a few years back, it was a little bit under the radar.
Yeah.
But I think people like you with your group and other groups that I've heard of have really brought it to the forefront. And I think it's great. I think ultimately just walking in love is really how the approach of it all. You know, I used to have my feelings about certain things, but I definitely, as time has gone on, I've just learned to walk in love first, and I think that's the best approach to it all, if that makes sense. But yeah, I would definitely say the community has been put on the map, just kind of like with, you know, you doing your shows and representing pretty much, being a representative, honestly, of the community, I think has broadened it all together.
Okay. And so definitely look out for more collaborations with me and Terricia. I definitely wanted to get her on the page because the logo that you guys see, that eye, like what does that eye mean? Why is it there? Well, you know, I wanted to explain what it means. And like I said, basically the eyelashes of course represent the colors of the pride flag. The eye represents the community, and then the cactus represents, you know, this starting in the Midwest. I know cactuses don't grow in the Midwest, so that's something people say all the time, like, Quentin, cactuses don't grow in Oklahoma. But I feel like it symbolizes the Midwest. It symbolizes being strong in an environment where it's hard to survive. And I feel like as a Black LGBT person, that's what it symbolizes for me, being strong in an environment where it's hard to survive. And that's why my music projects, I put cactuses as the symbol a lot, because I feel like that plant also represents me as a queer person, just somebody that's strong, that's resilient, in a desert sometimes where it feels like you're the only person.
Desolate.
And desolate, exactly. And you know, cactuses have a lot of different symbolism and meaning to me, and so that's the explanation of the cactuses being behind the eye. But like I said, look out for more collaboration with Terricia. Definitely check out her work. Where can people find you on social media? And what also would you say a positive message do you have for the LGBT community?
Yes, so you guys can find me on Facebook. I actually have an art page on Facebook called T Designs Creatively. Also as well on Instagram, TDesigns_creatively. I just launched my website.
Congrats.
So,
what's the name of the website?
tdesigns.shop.
Awesome.
So if you look it up, it'll pull right up. And so yeah, excited for that. I actually haven't promoted it as much as I should have on my social, so I will be on that, and you'll probably see that coming up soon. And yeah, a message maybe that I have, just keep pushing. There's definitely the tenacity, I think, of the community is needed. You guys are needed. You're wanted and you're needed. So yeah.
And I think that's something that we need to hear, because one thing that, you know, a lot of people don't know, but there is a flag for people that are supporters of the LGBT community that are not in the LGBT community directly, and it's called an ally flag. So I consider you to be an ally, and you are an ally. And so I want to thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting Carefree Queer. Thank you for helping me with this logo design. I have a lot of ideas and creativity that I want to continue to explore with you. And she also helps design my logo for my name, Quentin Marcellus. So she's done a lot of, we go way back. So we have a lot of projects under our belt. But again, thank you for being on Carefree Queer. You will definitely be seeing her again and some collaborative art projects that we have coming up. So hope you guys have a happy Pride, and thanks again for joining us.
All right, bye.
Community.
Yes.
Can I give it up for the LGBTQ community? Let's go. Yeah. As a proud Black gay man, I understand the struggles, two struggles actually. The struggle of being Black and the struggle of being queer at the same damn time.